Remember this, Obama cheated on the election. And we have it cold, hard, blue, and it's getting even more so because the stuff that's coming in is not even believable. President Obama, it was his concept, his idea, but he also got it from crooked Hillary Clinton. Obama was trying to lead a coup, and it was with Hillary Clinton, with all these other people.
You can't make this up. President Trump is pulling out all of the stops to deflect from the Epstein files, even accusing former President Barack Obama, a man who has not held office for nearly a decade, of actual treason. And of course, this is all ridiculous and it's all not true. Joining us now to unpack this insane conversation is former Democratic Congressman of New York, Jamal Bowman. Congressman, thank you for being here. Look, they're trying to throw everything at anything to see what sticks. Is there a point, do you think, that they get the message, look, this is not working? Or do you think that the avoidance of understanding that this is not working is partially a function of the fact that they don't really have a plan B?
They don't have a plan B. They're a drowning party clutching at straws. And they've been drowning ever since they allowed Elon Musk to take a chainsaw to the federal departments. I mean, it was at that point Republicans in their districts, the Republicans in districts were so outraged that Republicans stopped doing town halls. And that's where Democrats stepped in and started doing town halls in Republican districts. So from that point to the CR debacle, to the heist where they took trillions from the poor to give to the wealthy, to now the Epstein debacle and this Obama nonsense, they are a drowning party. Democrats have to continue to take advantage of it. I hope they will, not with talking points, but with really connecting and engaging with the American people on the ground in their communities. Get from behind podiums and walk the communities the same way my brother Zoran has done in New York, so that we can reconnect with the American people and hopefully begin to rebuild our democracy that we're losing.
Well, one of the things that I've been wondering about is sort of why this one thing has been so different for that coalition, because normally when he throws them some red meat, they kind of gobble it up. They're interested in doing the dance for a while, at least for as long as the distraction feels interesting to the crowd. But a lot of them were very quickly kind of like, even on the Republican side, not interested in this whole Obama treason storyline. And I think it maybe gets at something you were just sort of hinting at, which is that the Epstein story seems to touch on this desire to see politicians finally do something about this sort of perception that we have, not perception, fact, that we have elites in this country who are playing by a different set of rules, whether you're talking financial crimes or sexual abuse, than the rest of us are allowed to play by. And I'm curious, I guess, as the Democrats try to get into that conversation, if you think the party is starting to see the connection there, that like Epstein isn't so different actually from what you might be trying to say about the big, beautiful bill.
He's not, right? Because the overlap is Trump lied to the American people. Trump told the American people that he would not cut Medicaid. He just cut Medicaid, and he's taken health care from millions of Americans potentially. He lied to the American people and said he would release the Epstein files once he got into office. All of a sudden, we're saying he wants the Epstein issue to go away. Is this a party that's protecting pedophiles? I mean, we have to ask that conversation, right? And we ask that question and have that conversation. And Trump found out his name was in the Epstein files. We don't know in what context. So now he's saying we should move on. I mean, for me, to rebuild trust in our government, which is gone right now, not just for the Republican Party, for the Democratic Party as well, we have to legally and responsibly release the full files to the American people. And a huge shout out to Representative Summer Lee from Pittsburgh and the Oversight Committee, the subcommittee that she's on. She filed a motion to release the files to the committee, and the DOJ now has 30 days to release those files to the Oversight Committee. This is an excellent maneuver by her, even though Johnson despicably shut down the government until September. That's crazy. Like, That place is a circus. Like, it's like upside down world. And the American people are like, they keep spinning, trying to keep up with everything that's going on.
Johnson does seem completely sort of outmatched by himself, weirdly, right? And he seems like he can't quite control, he doesn't know how his people are going to vote. What else can be done? I asked Congressman Quigley this, but I'm curious. There has to be ways to get this information out there that may or may not be completely, if these files go to oversight. I mean, it does seem like what the voters want, and this is what we're seeing from this polling, this Democratic polling that's not amazing. The party is sort of in the wilderness right now. People want their representatives doing more, right? Being louder, being more engaged. They don't want behind podiums. They want out there. And we all hear this from people all the time. So what do you think that looks like? And especially, is there an opportunity here with all of this information to get it out that way?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's happening right now. So this Epstein issue has become the issue that Democrats are finally showing some teeth around and leadership on, and really continue to push to make sure let's first force a vote in the House. I think it was Representative Ro Khanna that put forward that bill to force a vote in the House. Force Johnson to shut down the House so the vote never happens, and then Summer Lee makes her move to force the DOJ within 30 days to get us the files. At the same time, we have Rep. Ro Khanna is one person on the road, on continuing to tout this people versus billionaires message. We have AOC and Plattsburgh doing the same thing. So they're starting to get some momentum and get the wind at their backs a little bit to really take it to Republicans. And the Republicans continue to be on their heels, and they continue to look incompetent and untrustworthy.
Who knew that Jeffrey Epstein would be the thing that helped the Democrats find their way out of the wilderness? Jamal Bowman, thank you, as always.
Thanks for having me.